Hey guys, you're listening to Real Talk Radio with Marc and Nikki, and today we plan on talking about what are people reading, specifically my mom's choice for books. What is a Visco girl, and what does it take to be a Visco mom? We're also going to talk a little bit about The Voice and the new Bachelor. So here we go. My mom, she's 77 years old, bless her heart. She loves to read. She says when she reads, it just takes her to new places. It just takes her away, right? It's like a little vacation in a book. There you go. So, again, 77 years old. She doesn't drive. She asked me to take her to go get books. But I said, Mom, there's this place. It's called thriftbooks.com. And we can get your paperback books for about $3.50. She's like, oh, sign me up.
Sure.
So I took over my iPad, my phone. I let her look online. And she's like, oh, I want all these right here. Okay. We'll just do a screenshot, Mom. All right. So I got the screenshot. So I'm going to go over the books with you. Nights on the Texas Plains. Oh.
Uh-oh.
To Catch a Texas Star. To Love a Texas Ranger. The Heart of Texas.
I'm sensing a theme here.
And The Cowboy Who Came.
Wow.
That's what it said. So
Where do you come from?
I said, Mom, what's this one about? And she's like, well, Nikki Gay. That's my middle name, by the way.
Oh.
What do you think it's about? And I was like, I don't know. 50 Shades of Grey meets Little House on the Prairie. I don't know what to say,
Lonesome
Mom.
Dove.
She said, well, the rest of it is called The Cowboy Who Came Home.
Oh, okay.
He finally came home.
Oh.
So, yeah. So my mom loves reading romance.
Yeah, I was going to
novels.
say.
So I was like, save that one for me. Just that one. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right. That's what
That's what your mom's reading, right?
That's what my mom's reading.
Wow.
And you know what? I think a lot of, I better watch my mouth here. I think a lot of older women like those like Harlequin type romantic.
What's Harlequin? I'm not familiar.
It's just a paperback book, cheap, smut. For
A dime store
50
novel kind of a thing, right?
Yes.
That romance kind of thing.
But it's real romance. It's back in the day romance. It's not like, hey, here's a text and I'm going to grab a pizza in my car. Right? Hurry up.
Is that how it is
Hurry,
nowadays?
nobody's coming. Hurry.
Wow.
We're safe. Yeah. So I think it's old school romance. And I think the older women enjoy reading stuff like that. So
What do the older guys like reading?
I don't know.
Or are they not reading?
I think it's a magazine. It's not a...
Oh, okay. Is it a magazine? I guess so. All right, so short commercial break to plug our other podcast, CBD and Essential Oil Talk Radio, where we share important insights, stories, recipes, and we have some fun over there too. If you're interested in learning about CBD and essential oils and how they can benefit your family, be sure to tune in. Get all the podcast details at eotalkradio.com, and there might be even a link down below. So I'm going to talk a little bit about The Voice. So we talked about it on our last show or last couple shows. Of course, it's pretty much going on year-round now because they have it in so many different countries. So you take a guess at how many countries it's in. 58.
58 countries?
58 countries.
Oh, wow.
Is it? I had to count them.
Is it the same voice or is it different voices?
So it's going to be, there's different singers, so it's different voices. But
No.
they use the brand, The Voice.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because they have like American
Idol?
No. What's the other one?
X Factor.
Simon
It's
Cowell.
America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Britain's Got Talent.
There you go.
South Africa's Got Talent. All of that. Oh, seriously.
Mexico has talent. Sí.
So, 59 countries actually, including South Africa, Israel, Brazil, Canada, and more. So, I started checking these out on YouTube because I like to listen to especially the blind auditions. Those are my favorite.
Oh, I love them too.
Yeah. And the ones in China, right? Because is it called The Voice China or whatever? But it's all in Chinese or Mandarin language, and I can't read it. I don't know what it says. So I'm looking for songs that I recognize, right? And I'm also looking at the views, right? If it's got 1 million views on it, and all the rest of them are like 4,000, it's probably going to be that's your winner, right? But I'll take a look at that. So I'm going to share a couple of my choices, and I'll put links to them in the details below, so if people could just hit it and go straight to
Let's
it.
see what I think.
So the Voice South Africa, there's this lady named, I think it's Tosh, Tasche, Burger, just like the burger. She sang Set Fire to the Rain, which is Adele, right? Also, her rendition of Let It Be was fantastic. So she won the most recent season. So her songs were really good. So I'll put a link to that in the details. In The Voice Canada, out of Canada. Yes, Canada has a voice too. Yeah, hey. There's a guy named Simon Morin, Morin. It's interesting because you'll find the clip where he's in Canada, he's got short hair, and then he's in France and he's got long hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's been a
so
while.
yeah, I think he probably didn't do so well in the first one, and then went. I don't know how he did in France, but I know that one of his videos there in France had over 1 million views. So I mean,
Oh,
he was
wow.
putting a lot
All
of them to
right.
shame. He's a good singer, but he sang this song called "Come with Me Now," and that is a really good song. I mean, I added it to my favorites. It's a really good song. I
I've never
enjoyed
heard of
that.
it. Do you know who the original singer is, or is that his own?
Oh no, he's not the original. But I'll have to take a look at that.
Okay.
I saw the name, but I just can't think of it. If you know who it is, put it in details for other folks. But anyway, you got to see his blind edition. It's really, really good. A lot of fun. And then, so the voice of Chile, am I saying that right? Chile?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Nicole Davidovich,
Yeah.
or Davidovich, House of the Rising Sun.
Oh.
Yeah, she did a great job on that. And then, of course, I got a couple out of Germany. So they're doing some great stuff over there. Of course, their commentary is in German, so you don't really understand it, but they're singing in English. So there's this one named Claudia Santoso. She's saying "Never Enough." And this is like very, very recent, right? And it
Right.
has 9 million views on it. I think it's
Wow.
like 5 days or something like that old. It's from that song "Never Enough" is from The Greatest Showman, and she will win. I predict. Well, big prediction, right? I mean, everybody else is like in the thousands or whatever. She's
And
9
in
million.
those. Yeah.
So I'd say that if her rendition of this song doesn't move you, that you probably don't have a soul. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Well, there you go.
It's beautiful. And
Are we going to hear it? Any of these?
No, I can't play them because
What the-
well, I know I'd love to, but YouTube will flag our video,
Okay.
and then it'll get like you can't have it over here or whatever. So, but it's moments like these blind auditions where people are dumping all of themselves into their song because they're under stress. They want to do the very best that they can do,
Right.
and they give their best shot. They really tap deep into their soul to get this stuff out, and I really enjoy that. So, but another one, and this is the second one from Germany. It's an older favorite of mine from 2013 from Andreas. It's a guy, Kumert. I'm not sure how you say that. You were in Germany. How would you say Kumert?
Gumert.
Kumert. Okay, that sounds
know.
cool when you say it. Anyway, he did quite a few songs, but his blind audition was Rocket Man.
Oh, I
And
like that.
really good rendition. But then he also did some Joe Cocker stuff in there too. So same kind of a vein. What he brought to those songs was amazing. So definitely worth checking out. Go Google The Voice and Rocket Man and look for the Voice Germany and Rocket Man. It's worth your time, but I'll put a link to it in the details. Actually, I didn't put that here, but hopefully I can find it. So, and then my last one is The Voice France. There's one called Isadora, right? She did a rendition of Killing Me Softly that was really, really good. She starts soft, and then she breaks into a bit of a rap.
Oh, wow.
It's a fun song.
All right.
So, quick note though, if you're looking for The Voice in Brazil, really bummed out because all of their clips are right around 40 seconds long, and that's not the whole song. I mean, all of them are right around 40 seconds. It's like, why are they doing that? Nobody else is doing that. But anyway, so The Voice, I'm going to be following it, just sharing what I know, sharing what's going on, just because I really, really enjoy that show. So
Yeah. So I can't wait for it to start here, which is just next week, I believe, or maybe this weekend. And I typically predict the winner. I do really well. When I say, okay, I know who's going to win, I usually get first or second place.
wow.
Yep.
Do you have a crystal ball, or
No.
you just know?
I
You
just
know
know.
what you know.
I just know what I hear.
All right,
I know
cool.
what I hear. All right. So we're moving on to, have you ever heard this noise? It goes like this. Oops and oops and ups.
No.
Okay. So that's a Visco Girl. So Visco Girl, what is it? One day, one evening, I was brushing Michaela's hair before bed, and she's like, Mom, I really want to be a Visco Girl. And I said, oh, what's that? She's like, well, they wear scrunchies in their hair, and they wear Vans, the type of shoe.
Yeah.
I was like, well, we'll talk about it. And then the very next day, one of my friends posted on Facebook a Visco Girl starter pack. So what does that include? That includes scrunchies. I got one right here because they're cool. A hydro flask. Now, this is a flask like a Yeti, right?
Okay.
But supposedly it can keep your ice frozen for 60 hours. This is what I'm reading. $30 for the small little 12 ounce, $60 for the bigger 18 to 32 ounce, which that's not happening to my 8-year-old. Sorry. Vans, they're old school. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
When I say Vans?
Oh, yeah.
AirPods. They use reusable metal straws because they want to save the turtles. Can't have any straws out there.
Right. How about hemp straws?
There you go. That would be kind of cool.
CBD straws.
Yeah, and there's certain types of jewelry like a wave ring, a shell necklace. These are all little inexpensive things. However, the actual backpack they carry is something called I'm going to mess this up. It's FJALL Raven. So Jalal Raven Kenken. It's a certain kind of brand. I don't know where it comes from. It's not from the United States. And then the Birkenstocks shoes, which are, to me, ugly brown flip-flops. They're ugly, but they're like $120.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So the good thing is Michaela says, "Oh, I have some shoes like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, Walmart, $3."
Yeah,
You sure do. Go put them on, honey. You're so cute. So she got her little scrunchies, and she makes that little noise. And one day I made the little noise. She's like, "Mom, you're really good at that. You could be a Visco mom." Well, sure enough, one of our friends, our mutual friend, Heather Grill, she said, "What it takes to be a Visco mom." So Visco moms wear baggy shirts. Hey, I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Gonna hide a little something there. Yeah. And they wear old shoes, like old Keds or Vans.
Okay.
They carry older purses, 3 or 4 year old, because you can't afford it because you're buying all your kids expensive crap.
Right.
And they get their scrunchies, but they use essential oils. They have an oil for everything. So I was a Visco mom and I didn't even know it.
So wait a minute. There's a connection between Visco mom and using oils?
That's correct.
Is there a connection with Visco kids and using oils or no?
It says, as the mom, she uses essential oils on everything. You got a cough, you got a cut, you got a bruise, there's an oil for that.
Okay.
So yeah, she's using them on her kids.
So is there an advantage to being a Visco kid or a Visco mom?
So VSCO, it's an actual app that teens or tweens are using when they're taking pictures, selfies and stuff.
Oh.
And you can upload them to the app. And most pictures that are uploaded, these girls are usually wearing Vans and having the scrunchies or the scrunchies on their hand. Stuff like that. So it's just kind of a new thing that's going on right now.
It's a culture thing.
Yes, and it's pretty big. It's not necessarily a bad thing, although my 18-year-old says, that's for like rich white girls. It's stupid. That's what she said. And I said, well, the shoe fits. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. But anyway, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
And Michaela thinks that I'm pretty cool because I use oils and I can do the
Well, where did she learn about the Visco?
I let her watch YouTube videos. I let her watch tutorials of stuff and how to do hair and makeup and fingernails. She's obsessed with long nails. Like when she gets older, she wants to have long nails that are shaped of almonds and have them painted iridescent. That's like a goal for her. You go, girl.
Does she have her ears pierced already or no?
She does.
She does? Okay. Yep. Brooke gets to get her ears pierced when she's 13.
Oh, how
It's
cool
funny.
is that?
Funny backstory on this. So we adopted Brooke, right? I mean, it was an adoption. Great. Just a fantastic experience for us. Didn't have an adoption agency involved. It's a really cool story. I'd be happy to tell it someday. But anyway, as we're getting close to the birth and all that, of course, we're talking about, things we do as a parent. And I was telling friends of mine that, not going to have her ears pierced. She's going to have to be, I think 12 or 13, I had said, and she's going to have to write a report explaining, how she's going to take care of it, why she needs it, all that kind of stuff. And they laughed, and here we are. We're almost at her 13th birthday, and I'm following that. So anyway, just kind of a cool backstory.
Well, let me tell you a cool backstory about me and my ear piercing. So remember, I was born in 71.
Did you use a stapler or what?
It's very close. Just a needle and a potato. So my mom cut a potato in half, and she put the potato behind my ear.
Okay.
And then she had a needle. Now, the needle, she soaked it in alcohol. And then she lit it on fire. Let's get it nice and red.
Sure.
Yeah, that's great. And then she stuck it through my ear, and I was like, oh my God. So for the longest time, I only had one ear pierced. I'm like, I'm not
doing that
again. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good, Mom. I think I was 8 or 9.
Was it the left ear or the right ear?
It was the left ear. And then later on, after I, got the nerve and was tired of wearing one earring, because you have to, she put an earring in right away. So... And who knew? A fad came, and one earring was pretty cool.
Sure, but that was for the guys, I thought.
It was dangling with a little cross or a feather or something. That was pretty cool. But
that
anyway,
was George Michael time frame, right?
That's
yes.
right. That's right. So, long story short, I did get the other one pierced about 8-9 days later.
Did you go to a professional?
No, I let her do it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So what's the deal with the potato? I don't even understand.
Just something to hold back there. It's better than a brick, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than a leather punch. That could be bad, right?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, how about an
For a
ear
gauge?
Now, those are pretty cool.
The what is?
The ear gauges. Those are kind of cool.
They're not cool.
I've seen them, and I'm
make
like,
your ear holes
I was like,
really
oh my
big.
gosh, I think my mom has that China pattern, like if they're wearing that big old plate in their ear. And I'm like, wow, is that your grandmother's China? No, I would never say that
Right.
to somebody.
No, I'm not a fan of the gauges.
I'm not a fan either because I'm older.
Have you heard that catchphrase, the bigger the gauge, the lower the wage?
I bet it's true.
It might be.
Yeah. I mean, if you can take it out and put your hand through it, that's disgusting to me. And what is that going to look like when you're 78? Not cool. That is not cool.
No, it isn't. I think that's bad planning. But. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about the new season of The Bachelor's coming up. So this article came out. Some fans just really not happy with the selection of the new guy.
Ooh.
So fans of the franchise slammed the franchise and ABC for choosing this guy. He's a pilot, Peter Weber, who is best known for having relations with former Bachelorette Hannah Brown in a windmill 4 times. I guess this is like during the show or whatever.
Wow.
I didn't watch last season, but apparently it was. You've heard that. I'm not saying you're a whore, but that's whore-like behavior kind of a thing.
Wow. I would not do it in a box. I would not do it with a fox, but apparently a windmill is where it's at.
So fan favorite Mike Johnson was expected to be the next Bachelor by a lot of folks. So he's a veteran and would have been the first African-American Bachelor. He was cast aside in favor of the aw shucks guy, Peter Weber. Apparently he's like, aw shucks.
So I don't watch this show.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm familiar with the realm of it. Like there's one guy, a bunch of girls, and some roses.
Called a harem. Yeah, and then it's not called a harem, but yeah. My wife and I, we used to watch the show quite a bit. We stopped watching a few seasons ago. Just it gets a bit smutty, you know what I mean? And they're really not. Sometimes they're digging deep and they actually get good relationships. Good in a windmill.
Did you say relationships?
Relationships. So you're throwing me off. But I mean, sometimes the connections are good and they last. But it seems like it's just all fodder now for the latest Inquirer
It's like a
or whatever.
Meatloaf song, right? I would do anything for love.
Yeah, it's kind of what it is, right? They all want to stay on the show. And then, of course, there's that one where they do Paradise, Bachelors in Paradise, which is the whole, they go for the summer and the island.
I've never seen one.
Or whatever. Anyway, so this guy, so the internet isn't happy with another missed opportunity to have an African-American Bachelor. Apparently this guy was really cool, real solid guy.
So are they previous bachelors? Excuse me. Previous bachelors?
Okay, so what happens is they have the Bachelor and they have the Bachelorette.
Okay.
Okay, so, and what they're doing, and they've been doing this for a long time now, is that whoever the standout is, like when you're watching the Bachelorette, you have one female and then you have all these males, right?
Okay.
And whoever the standout guy is, and of course it's usually not the guy who gets picked, right? Maybe the runner-up or close to it gets picked for the Bachelor, or vice versa. It actually started with the Bachelor first, and then they picked the Bachelorette out of what was left. I guess it sounds bad when you say it that way, but anyway, so that's kind of how it happens, right? Because people get familiar with and they want to see more of them. Right? This is just kind of how that works.
I bet they do want to see more.
Well, anyway.
Under the Bleachers by Seymour Butt.
So anyway, so the internet really not happy with the pick, I mean, there's some of this, well, it's a missed opportunity because he's an African-American, he's a veteran. So one viewer tweeted out, ABC really picked Pilot Pete when they, I know.
Peter
really?
Piper picked a peck of pickle peppers. Or peppers, excuse me. No
in
peppers.
In a windmill. ABC really picked Pilot Peeper. See, I'm getting really picked Pilot Pete when they had the perfect opportunity in Mike Johnson. Suddenly, I'm busy from January to May on Monday nights from 8 to 11. You know what's interesting, though, is that tweet sounds like a plug. I mean, let me just, suddenly I'm busy from January to May on Monday nights from 8 to 10. It's just,
I wonder when they're on.
That's probably when they're on.
I wonder if they have a book. My mom would love it.
So another reason that fans are pretty upset is that apparently Chris Harrison, now he's the host of the show, a real nice guy, right? Had told People Magazine that Mike Johnson had a pretty good shot at becoming the next Bachelor. So and it just didn't work out. So
some people are calling it the race card, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that still exists in the world?
Well, yeah, I think that people are making decisions based on all kinds of factors. And I think that could be a factor. I mean, we can't say that racism doesn't exist. People are making choices, but it's a free market. I mean, they're going to pick who they want to pick, and people are going to be upset or not upset. They're going to enjoy it. But really, the show is probably focused on viewership rather than they are race. It's like, where do they think they can get the most viewership? And I think, just from the track record, it's a white female or a white male. That's just the way it is. I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent. On the deal. I'm just saying that's kind of the reality.
So let's say it's one guy and 12 girls, 20 girls? How many?
No, it starts out with a bunch. I want to say maybe 15 or so.
Okay, and you've watched this before. I haven't.
Yeah.
Are they usually different
ethnicities.
backgrounds,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. So yeah, you'll have all different races there, and then but they're usually attractive, right?
Right.
You don't have the overweight, ugly kind of females
Wow.
there, or the
I'm gonna
overweight,
slap you
ugly
right
guys. No, I'm just saying that the viewers, they want to see attractive
They wanna
people
see
in this
what's-
kind of show.
What society thinks is beautiful.
Exactly
Okay.
right.
And this
really
is why I
what-
don't watch the show, actually.
Well,
It's so fake to me.
It
and,
is very.
And romance is, I mean, that's like, hey, let's go whoring around. That's what it is to me.
Yep.
It's not romance. Is completely different.
That's kind of where it's at. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that
It's like a soap opera.
it
And,
is. It is. It's funny you say soap opera, and for whatever reason, our channel got on to a soap opera. I don't even know which one it was, but it just was. It's the same stuff. It's actually there's more of
it's
the
Guiding
bedroom
Light
stuff,
from
but yeah.
1973, and it's the same guy playing Victor, right?
Right.
You can go back and be like, wow, you haven't aged a day.
The Days of Our Lives. I mean, they
Yes.
recycled those people for a long
Yeah,
time,
they
right?
do. Right. And I'm
Anyway.
like, wow, isn't he married to? Oh no, he married their daughter. Wait, what?
All right.
didn't
So,
know
what are
it
your
was-
thoughts on The Bachelor? Are you for it,
No.
against it? Do you watch it? This is for our viewers, Nikki.
I know. I was like, there you go. Not
You like it or
listening to
not?
me again.
I mean, I don't know if I'd watch it. Sometimes it's interesting, but it's junk food for the soul. It's not necessarily good for you. It may be slightly fattening, but we all enjoy it a little bit here and there. So, look, I'm not judging. Not judging.
Okay.
Maybe I should judge.
No roses for you. All right, so that's our show today. And don't forget to follow our other podcast. It's called CBD and Essential Oil Talk Radio. And until next time, guys, keep it real.
All right, take care. We'll see you soon.